What up, Dokkanners? One of the best LR EZAs in the entire game is set to drop on global later on tonight. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the event, the preview, taking a look at potential team builds you can be running for the event, and of course, the hidden potential setup for this Rose Zamasu beast. This unit is so good with that EZA. This is one of those characters that people have been recommending since when did they actually get this announced on JP? July of 2022. Since then, global players have also been saying, you know what, if you can spare it, maybe potentially buy a copy of the LR Rose Zamasu from the coin shop. This unit is that good. If you don't have the unit, that is totally fine. You can still earn 33 Dragon Stones, because remember, the main prize is coming up, which is the Beast Gohan. But if you do have this unit, that will make your extreme teams especially a whole lot more effective. So let's talk about it. Starting with the EZA's build, key plus 4, 120% for tech. All right, we don't really care so much about the leader skill. Raises attack for 1 turn, causes colossal, and raises defense for 3 turns. For the 18 key, same thing except 6 turns. So defense is the name of the game for this unit. And if we look at the passive, recovers 50% at the start of the turn, HP. Key plus 2, defense plus 50%. Key plus 2, defense plus 50, and guards all attacks for 3 turns from the start of the turn. Attack plus 100% when performing a super attack, plus an additional key plus 1 up to 4, and attack and defense plus 30% with each attack received up to 120%. So guard combined with even tankierness when you get hit more, this guy is going to be unstoppable. You're raising defense by 30% each time. This is one of those temporary stacking setups where the more attacks you can creep in on each turn, the higher your regulated medium will be, which means you will be able to boast some insane numbers on top of the fact that you're gaining more with each attack received, and you've got full guard. This is the epitome of a slot 1 who also gives you health back, which is fantastic. Now, when it comes to the health, this does kind of directly conflict with the big bad bosses, because if your health is below 80%, level 1 big bad bosses will trigger. So it is obviously a lot more beneficial if you have the links maxed out, especially big bad bosses, because at level 10, there is no health condition. It is just a flat out 25% attack and defense boost. So that is very good. So if you can link level the unit, I would recommend that you do so. Now, in terms of how you would build this character, in terms of my own personal opinion, I feel like focusing more on what it's supposed to be doing, which is defending, is the most important thing. But you could argue that there is a good avenue here for offense, because if you look at the setup here, looking at the links, you can tell this is obviously for an extreme class Realm of Gods team, other Zamasus, other Goku Blacks. This unit is going to be thriving. Big bad bosses, Fear and Faith, Nightmare, Prepare for Battle, Dismal Future, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, Realm of Gods, Patara, Future Star, Time Travelers, Join Forces, and Worldwide Chaos. Looking at the units that link best with this character, you've got all of the common units that you would expect. Goku Black Rose, its own TUR, which nobody cares. But then LR Fusion Zamasu, you have a 1-2 combo with the Fusion Zamasu and this LR Rose Zamasu. That is just death incarnate. Now, most of you probably didn't summon for this guy, which is totally fine. So if you don't have the LR Merge Zamasu, you could obviously go for the Int Rose. You could also do the AGL Dokkan Festival Zamasu, who transforms, who already has a little bit of damage reduction himself, but he's never really a reliable slot 1. He would be a better slot 2. And then, of course, the most recent EZA as well, the STR Rose. This combination is so lethal. Look at that. 65% extra attack, 30% defense, key plus 6, enemies defense minus 10%, and a critical hit chance boosted by 5%. This is such a nice combo. So because of this, like I said, this unit's primary function is the slot 1 defense. I want to focus more on that. So for me, my suggested hidden potential build is to primarily focus on the additionals and then have the balance go into critical. I want to prioritize defense raising as much as possible to make the guard more effective, and then the secondary can be the critical hit. Now, some of you might disagree, which is totally fine. Let me know your builds in the comments down below, but this is how I personally feel. If you want to go in the other direction and focus more on critical and then give whatever balance you have left to additional, that also works, but this is just my own personal opinion. So share yours in the comments. Now let's move on to the actual event details. So let's go back here. Standard 10 stage progression for an LR EZA. They've compressed it, so 3 Dragon Stones earned per stage, bringing you to a grand total of 30 Dragon Stones, with an extra 3 coming from the mission where you clear stage 7 only once. The category weakness is, well, it's not a category, it's a link legendary powers. So if you've got LRs, they have the unique legendary power link, but 2 have to be adjacent to one another and both have to be attacking in order for the link to be catalyzed. So if you don't have a second LR on your team, you're not getting that legendary power attack bonus. And then for damage reduction, if you want to take less damage, bring Battle of Fate characters. And lucky for you, For this unit to get one of the best LR EZAs in the game, the category is pretty vast. There is a pretty stacked category here with a bunch of different options. Battle of Fate is basically any and all characters that were involved in the apex showdown of any particular saga. Cell Saga, Tournament of Power, Future Saga, whatever it is, those characters. So there's a lot of different options here. So if you don't have the conventional leads, you will be fine. But let's go through some of them right now. So let me just pull up the team or the category right here. And now let's pull up my game again. Let's actually go to the EZA section. It's going to be easier to simulate this through there, because remember, when it comes to the EZAs, you cannot use the same name update. So let's just go to this EZA, go to the team, and let's start compiling some teams here. So when it comes to Battle of Fate, obviously start with the LRs. If you've got a whole bunch of Battle of Fate LRs, which most of you probably do, just throw on together a bunch of Battle of Fate characters. If you've got the Trunks and Vegeta, that works, because this unit has Bond of Parent and Child, one of the biggest categories in the entire game. So you can just do a cross-section between Bond of Parent and Child and Battle of Fate, and you've got a pretty fat amount of units right here. So if you've got these, go for it. Bring the Trunks of Vegeta, bring whatever int units you can, because naturally, type advantage. If you bring AGLs, you're not going to be in trouble. You've got Battle of Fate in there, and some of them do have some nice defensive stats, so they will be able to get you through it. But you got to be a little bit careful, probably towards the final few stages. Now, if you don't have the Trunks and Vegeta as your lead, there are some other team builds that you can do with the Battle of Fate category. You could do a Goku's family team, right? You could have this dude lead your squad with the 180% lead, do that. You could run the Trunks and Vegeta as your leader skill, even with a full Goku's family team. Sure, this guy won't have the full-on double leader skill effect like everybody else, but he's got enough going for him with not damage reduction, but with type advantage and with guard and everything. This guy can take care of himself even on a singular leader skill effect. So I don't think that's going to be too bad. You bring a full Goku's family team, bring this guy as your lead, you're still going to be more than okay. If that doesn't work for you, you don't like that, you could try a Fused Fighters team. You could do Fused Fighters / GT Heroes. So if we do this, bring in some Fused Fighters. So we bring in this guy, Rose, or Fusion Zamasu. I'll just assume you don't have that. Bring Potara Vegito. GT Heroes also works. So the Super Saiyan 4s would be in here. And what other options? Actually, hang on. Battle of Fate Fused Fighters. Do we have anybody else if we don't have the Fusion Zamasu? Oh yeah, Super 17. So that works too. So that also works. There's some other teams. I'm not going to go over every single one, but hopefully this gave you some idea for what teams you can put together just with LRs. Now, if you don't have just LRs, you want to go into the TUR section. Like you see on the left side of the screen, we've got the Kid Buu and the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. These two Dokkan Fests do lead the category. So if all else fails, you have no other idea, you want to just not think too much, just make one of these guys your lead and then just put together a team. Now, a cool one you could do with Battle of Fate Extreme is to bring a full Extreme Big Bad Bosses squad. That would actually be pretty nice. Now, this is obviously going to be more catered towards the max link leveling players out there. Even if you don't have them max link leveled, if you bring your health below a certain threshold, which is probably going to happen towards the latter stages of this fight, when your health falls below 80, 90, 92, whatever, you can trigger big bad bosses across all the different characters that you have. So let's just filter out big bad bosses. So let's just do this. Big bad bosses right there. At level 1, it is 80% or less where the big bad bosses link will activate. But at level 10, it is everywhere. It's across the board. So this, just bring everybody here that has big bad bosses. So full power Frieza in Cell. There's your team right there. Honestly, that's all you need. You have the type advantage big bad boss attacking character right here. Have him attack, do most of the damage. Some extra supplemental damage can be from the full power Frieza. Yeah, he's got type disadvantage, but he'll still do a good number on him. And then just bring whatever else you have to. If you got Fusion Zamasu, so be it. You've got the baby Vegeta, so be it. Bring whatever else you got, and boom, you've got your team. Everybody rocking the big bad bosses, so you've got power. You've got numbers. If that doesn't work out, you could even bring super characters. It's fine. Just was thinking of some cool ideas to show you. And now let's go to the super side. So let's bring the Super Saiyan 3 Goku as the lead. Wait, what happened? Oh, did I do big? Okay, let's clear big bad bosses. We don't need that anymore. Okay. So now let's have the Super Saiyan 3 as your lead. Good news here, he leads Battle of Fate and he is in Bond of Parent and Child. So if you want to do the Trunks and Vegeta friend trick, you can totally do that. Bring a full squad using this guy as your lead, just literally anybody you want. And then just have the Trunks and Vegeta as your friend unit. They can do all the work. Obviously, you want to have one LR here so that you can get the legendary power link to activate. So just do that and then you'll be fine. So that also works. So there you have it for basically like the general teams you could run. Also, don't forget, you could do a full int team. Yeah, you don't have the Battle of Fate category backing you up, but you do have the legendary power link with all of your different int LRs. Some units can hold their own better than others. So if you were to do like something like a Universe 7 team, can we actually do Universe 7 here? Universe Survival Saga, let's do that. Universe Rival Saga. So let's do these two. Ultra Instinct, just a bunch of Universe 7s. I mean, that it kind of works, right? Like, you've got some nice support for the two main LRs that will do most of the attacking. Sure, defense-wise, you might be in a little bit of trouble, but I'm sure it's doable. Try not to do that, though, but if you have to, you can. Lastly, though, let me pull up my free-to-play team. Y'all know I'm a big proponent of free-to-play. For this one, though, it's going to be pretty easy for free-to-play because you've got the LR STR Vegeta with his newly minted EZA. He is also in Future Saga and Battle of Fate, which fits under the LR Trunks and Vegeta leader skill. So if you bring this guy as your lead, you can literally just throw on any other random units on your squad and then just have the Trunks and Vegeta friend unit act as your link buddy. And then those two together will occupy one rotation. You can dominate, and then the other rotation can just be free to plays, tanking and defending. Other major units that can also help you here, the Int Goku Super Saiyan. This guy actually gains extra stats against Realm of God category enemies, which does work since isn't the Fusion Zamasu Realm of Gods? He is Realm of Gods, right? Realm of Gods, yeah. So that does work. So you could bring this guy as another unit on your team. You could bring the Super Saiyan 3 on your team. There's a whole bunch of different options here. And so for the free-to-play side, it is going to be just, I mean, not as easy, but it's going to be just as straightforward as the pay-to-play side. But there you have it, folks. That is our breakdown of the EZA. Once again, it's going to be dropping tonight. If you have the unit, you are in for a wonderful treat. If you don't have the unit, you still get 33 stones, and that is more stones for the Beast Gohan summons coming up. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about the hidden potential build for this unit? How should it be? And what are you going to be running for your team taking on this event? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you ladies know when to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.